Welcome to our stream. This is Shattered Dungeons. My name's David. I am the Arc Master and will be leading us through an adventure this evening. We do have a couple announcements before we kind of start. The first one I'm very proud of is this right here. This is an adventure arc for levels 6 through 10, and it is officially available on DriveThruRPG and available for purchase in our store. So check it out if you are interested in getting an arc. What an arc is, it's simply, yes, for those in the chat, I'll be looking at that and responding as best I can. What an arc is, it's an adventure. Much like you've seen each episode could be considered an arc or part of a longer arc. So if you are interested in purchasing that or checking it out or want more information, check out on DriveThruRPG, on our store. You can email us if you're interested or maybe want to do a playtest. Just let us know. Two other things. We are officially streaming to Facebook Live right now as well on our Facebook page. So for the rest of the cast, we're on Facebook now, if you didn't know that. So say hello to your mom. You can go ahead and do that now.
Hi, Mom.
Hey,
she
Mom,
can
since
finally
you don't
watch.
know what Twitch is.
I'd say hi, but I know she doesn't check Facebook.
There you go. Now, for those of you watching on Facebook, you will not have access to video on demand. So if you do want that, you can either check our YouTube channel or subscribe on our Twitch page channel, whatever it is. And last but not least, we've had a lot of, I guess, momentum, I would say, on our podcast, which has been really cool to see. So if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, wherever your podcasting go-to is, leave a review. Let us know how you like it or if you dislike it. It's super important that we engage with you. That's kind of the whole point of this thing. So if you are listening to podcasts or listening to us on our podcast right now, drop a little line. Say, hey, Arcmaster David is terrible. And for those of you in the chat waiting on Jam5 Princess to say that I'm terrible. Oh, he said I hate it earlier. There we go. That should be fine then. So we at least got that going, so we're good. So those are all my announcements. We're going to jump right into it. But before we do that, the last and probably the most insignificant announcement. If you don't know, Mr. Business, our loved Mr. Business, he is dead. And as such, we have actually, yes, we have put our first emote for subscribers on Twitch together, and it is Mr. Business. It's business time. So if you're in chat right now, let's see some love for Mr. Business.
In memoriam.
Yes, in memoriam. And while you are doing that, let's begin our stream. Tonight, we are back in the city of Mivra. The players we have with us this evening, of course, is Jordan playing Reg.
Hello everyone, my name is Reg, and how are you tonight?
I'm not even going to respond. So, next
That is
we have...
unkind.
Hey now. Next we have Forrester playing Masenna.
And I'm here.
He is here. She is here. Dion is playing Caden.
Hello.
I think your voice gets deeper and deeper every week as you introduce yourself. It's pretty great. And then we have Lauren playing Pax.
I'm Pax, and I'm shockingly bad at math.
Little anecdote for those of you who don't know. So, let us begin. As you enter the Vassilisian Legacy the next morning, a very tired Pax greets you. It appears she has found a way to resurrect Mr. Business, but there will be a lot of materials needed to gather to perform the ritual. Most of them are where you know your journey will take you, Semiasa's Peak. The same place that the Silver Shadow plan on meeting to recite their incantations with the Lionshead Soulsiphon. There you feel in your gut is where this all must end. Knowing what the artifact does in its history, however, is vitally important to that end. Head researcher Vond addresses your group. I encourage you, scour our archives. There's knowledge there on the artifact you carry. Maybe something to stop the Silver Shadow even. Let me know how we may be of assistance. Vond resumes the study he's been working on, and an acolyte eyes you suspiciously. Your eyes lock and she hastily departs. You're free to roam the facility, though certain areas may prove to be somewhat mentally strenuous. So, for those of you in the front end, Masenna, Caden, and Reg, as you look southern, kind of towards the south, you see a teleportation portal right there, kind of led by the Vassilisian Legacy channeler. And as you peer more south, you see an archway, which is clearly a door into a longer hallway. You've been here before, so you recognize that hallway as where a lot of the experiments are being done. And beyond the doorway, you see Pax sitting with the Vassilisian Legacy reconstitutionist. So you all are free to roam about. The goal here is to find the tome that outlines known artifacts in Dalnain. So who would like to search where?
Reg has a question for the nearest person.
Oh, good lord.
That's all right.
I know what the question is. Go for it.
Excuse me, you there? How you doing? It's me, Reg. What's your name?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. You is the one I is facing and speaking to.
No one really talks to me that much.
Oh, that is a shame. Maybe if you say, hello, my name is, insert your name here.
Hello, my name is Frederick.
Oh, hello, Frederick. And how are you?
Well, I'm studying here, trying to spellbind these tools. You're kind of interrupting me. Can you maybe move on?
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to bother you, but I did have a quick question.
We'll get on with it then.
So you see your portal thingy there?
Yes.
We found it, what looks like a tiny one of those in a tomb that was full of these skellies. It was actually how we all met. It was it was a pretty fun time, really. But, I was just wondering if you knew if that was normal for there to be tiny portals, or if there's maybe something of the magical persuasion involved.
That's just a bunch of potent energy. It's not a thing you can stuff in your pocket.
As a matter of fact, it is. Who is holding that? Who has that? Would I have it as the pack mule?
You are quite the pack mule. Who has the shadowed Azure Gate? Okay. So, as you pull...
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's fine. So, as you pull out the shaded Azure Gate statuette, the Vassilisian Legacy Spellbinder's eyes open wide. It's very clear that he does not recognize it, and as you pull it out, you realize that this isn't a representation of that same portal. This is more like the large-scale Azure Gate that's outside the castle. One of the very old, very ancient azure crystalline structures that have formed an archway. Now, the Spellbinder kind of sticks his hand out, almost beckoning you to give it to him. He says, can I see that?
Hold on just a moment. I need to confer with my associates. Hey guys, is it okay if he touches this?
I suppose so.
What do you think, best buddy Caden?
No objections from myself.
Okay, here you go. Don't break it or nothing.
Okay, I'll be careful. So he picks it up and starts waving his hand around a little bit, and you can see this potent energy swirl around. These particles start forming, and the gate statuette starts to grow in size, and you can almost see in the archway a portal forming, similar to the one you see over there. However, you can't quite see through it. It's just too small at this point. As it begins to grow, he says, "Oh, no," and like begins to try and shrink it back down. And he does that finally after some stress and hands it back to you and says, I can't do that here. It's bad. It's bad for everybody."
What was you doing? That was something.
Well,
I try to determine what he was actually doing with, can I make a roll?
yeah, make a potency check.
And I'm going to make this one hurt.
Okay, just declare it before you roll.
Yeah, it's going to be plus 100.
Okay. So
127.
Okay. Yeah, so you haven't actually seen this before, but you've heard about it through your studies. He was casting the spell Channel Azure Gate, and what you know of that spell is it forms a portal to another Azure Gate through what is called the Azure Pathways. And to put it in layman's terms, it's basically like you have to travel through hell to get there. The Azure, as it's called, you know of some history, but not a whole bunch about it. You know that when the Outcast King came to destroy the world and Patriarch Falardir combated him, that's where he came from, was the Azure Pathways. So you kind of hesitate knowing that the Azure Gate basically connects there. And so the Spellbinder sees you realizing what he was doing. He says, don't tell anybody I know that spell there, but what you got is very dangerous.
Like useful dangerous or like, oh no, dangerous?
It depends. Have any of you been to the Azure? I'll take your silence as a no then. Well, you see what the Azure is, it drives you mad. You can get places mighty quick. From one Azure Gate to another. Time kind of travels differently in the Azure. But you see, if you're going, you got to deal with not only the outsiders, you also have to deal with your own sanity.
Huh.
Best
So
keep that to
So was
yourself.
he basically trying to travel or send this thing somewhere?
To the best of your ability, you kind of pick up on he was curious, attempted to cast the spell, assuming it would maybe channel the Azure Gate, and as soon as he saw that it was channeling, he immediately tried to stop it and,
Okay.
because he was worried that he would pull some sort of very, very powerful creatures that no one is prepared to fight right now into the Vassilisian Legacy.
It wasn't like he was trying to steal it then because he canceled it and that sort of thing. Gotcha.
No, it was definitely curiosity.
Okay.
So is the only way to use that thing is with the hand waving that you just did?
To use the Azure Gate, you really gotta channel some potent energy in there.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, if everything goes very, very wrong, this is like the not a plan A or B, but like way down the letters.
It'd definitely be the last thing you want to try.
I held myself back up to full.
All right, I am just going to gingerly put this back in me pack.
Excellent. Now, we can't be seen together knowing that you have that. Because if they knew I knew that spell, I'd not be welcome back.
No, I get you. We actually haven't told nobody about this thing. We kind of forgot about it, and I just noticed it when I was looking through my things the other day, and just thought, hey, them magic folks know stuff. Let me ask them. So, I mean, it wasn't a wrong thought, I guess.
Aye. Well, back to my studies. He goes back to spellbinding and trying to put different enchantments and stuff on the things in front of him. Now,
So
go ahead.
I was just going to ask, you said somebody was making eyes with someone and then ran off. Was that with us or was that with Pax?
With the group at large. She was kind of eyeing everyone individually, checking them out, and it looks like she just went out the main door. It doesn't seem necessarily nefarious, I'll say, but it does definitely seem like, why are you interested in us? But you are known-ish in the city. You did help save the queen and the nobles, so.
Have we talked to Pax since we just did that?
No, she is studying to the south with the Reconstitutionist. She was you guys are arriving from that battle with the
She
the
needs
Silver
a
Shadow.
reg report. Got it.
Well, then that answers my
Good
question,
Lord.
because I was looking at our tokens and I was like, "Where's Pax?"
She's dead. No. So I'll kind of move you guys over to where Pax is, and as you enter through the archway, you notice a couple of things. You notice to the right, there's a shut door, but there's bars on it to where you can kind of see through. There's a guy that is changing things into other things. It's pretty impressive. Swords into rodents and rodents into swords, all sorts of craziness. There's an elementalist on the far edge, and he is literally flinging fireballs into a black dragon. It is held very securely behind a gate, and it seems as though it's been tortured. It's definitely not in a good looking health. And then in front of Pax, next to the Reconstitutionist, is a smaller sized troll, similar to the ones you fought in the Mivra Castle. But this one is dead. And as you walk up, the Reconstitutionist is giving Pax pointers. And then she kind of casts resurrection on this dead troll. And he comes back to life, but not by much. You can tell he's back, but barely clinging to his own existence. And it works. He's actually alive, which is very heartwarming. You now know that Pax knows how to bring Mr. Business back. The Reconstitutionist kind of pats Pax on the back. That was a weird sentence to say. And says, good job. Pax, you turn around to see your friends standing behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Pax. I see you've been busy.
Yeah, really busy. Is there any coffee? I've sort of been up all night, but look, I did a thing. Yay.
Funny story, we just killed one of them things that was a lot bigger than that one.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, those silver boys kind of attacked us in the castle, but we took care of it.
okay, good. But we can bring Mr. Business back, right? We just have to get some stuff.
If I remember correctly, they said we needs a body to do the thing.
Okay. So...
But either way, I am super proud of you, because that is something I could never fathom accomplishing.
You have
Thank
you have Reg's pride in your back pocket now.
Oh. Thanks, sweetie.
Hey, Messina, do you think if we ask these people for stuff to, like, hey, do you have any useful tools or things like we did in the castle, you think they might give us something, or is that only when people are trying to kill them?
Well, I'm not certain. We won't know how generous these people are feeling until we ask.
Well, I'm gonna go see what the fella that's playing with rats is doing. Does anyone want to check that out?
I want to look at the dragon.
All right.
Well, that man's throwing fire at it. I would wait till he is done.
Oh, sure.
Pax walks up behind the elementalist who is flinging fire at a black dragon, and he kind of stops as you enter into his immediate presence, and he turns around and goes, "Might I help you?"
Hello, my name is Reg, and this is Messina. Who are you, and what are you doing with them rats and pointy swords and stuff?
The elementalist that is talking to Pax looks over there and says, Are you with the crazy people who are talking to the door over there?
Yes.
That's a door.
Actually, so here's the thing. And so Pax has been watching Reg get answers out of people, so she's gonna try to see if his tactic works here. And she's also been up all night, so there's that.
A little delirious.
A little delirious. So Pax is gonna say, yes, actually. So I am with them, and you'll have to excuse me because a really good friend of mine just died, and I'm a little upset about that, but I've been studying, and I brought this troll like partly to life, and I'm Pax. What's your name?
Well, you look troubled, knowing that your friend just died, and it's obvious you haven't gotten much sleep. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Can I hit pause a sec? Because we're trying to get a book, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A book of magical things that are in the...
Yes. The
area?
book that tells you what the Lionshead Soulsiphon does.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so...
Game on.
No, I really am upset, and I'm just like... I'm really, really upset, but I was really hoping you could help me. So we're looking for a book. Do you happen to know if there's a book anywhere around here that would tell us about, we have this Soulsiphon, this Lionshead Soulsiphon, and it would really make me feel a lot better. In my current distress,
please stop. There's no need to cry. Look, we have many books. We have many different terms of all shapes and sizes. You have the public library for most of our regular members, I would say. It's through that main portal in the hall over that way towards the front. Now, don't tell anybody this, that I told you, but
okay.
I'm pretty confident the book you seek is actually in the private library of the head researcher, and that's behind me in his quarters.
Oh, you've been so helpful. Thank you so much.
I don't like to see people cry. Anyway, have a good day. He turns around and starts blasting the black dragon with fire.
Hey, what happens if we try to rescue the black dragon? Are they total animals and we can't win them over with
You've never encountered a dragon
or anything?
Maybe
Reg's
not.
love can fix all.
Have we heard of them? Have any of us studied them or heard any fairy?
How have I been in the circus and never seen a dragon?
Because they're not very common. One.
Okay.
Secondly, most of the ones that people are attacked by are fairly old. Now, Messena, in your studies, you have studied up on dragons. The Isle of Grail specifically has been known to deal with dragon attacks and things like that, especially for larger ships that are carrying cargo and things like that. So you happen to know that dragons are somewhat intelligent. They're not necessarily like we know in our world where, they're wise beyond their years and maintain so much knowledge. Think of them as being probably just as smart as maybe Messena or Pax, Caden, probably not Reg, no offense, Reg, but
Untaken.
they are somewhat eloquent, though they are not super knowledgeable. Now, just like with people, there are different types of dragons to where you do have the smarter dragons, and you do have the more, as the Norethel would say, the more base dragons. And those are very similar, the baser dragons are more similar to like a primal animal. And those would be the ones that you're more familiar with, Messena, are the ones that attack your ships, and they're just looking for cargo and things, and they want something fun to deal with. Now, there are different elements of dragons. You know that. You know that dragons are not common, and then you also know that there is an organization that specializes in riding and taming dragons.
Ooh.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna give him a teary farewell and move back.
He continues blasting the dragon with fire.
Sounds good.
Reg
So
and
was I
Messena,
really talking to a door, or was that person able to hear me?
you are absolutely talking at a door. Now, there are bars in the door, but the guy inside is very focused. So, to the elementalist, it looked like you were just talking to a door.
All right, Reg will knock. Knock, knock. It is Reg.
So, the reshapist inside, who is turning rats into swords, turns around and goes, "Yeah? What do you want?"
Hello, my name is Reg. This is Messena, and this is Pax. And we was just wondering, first of all, who is you? Second of all, how is you doing? And third of all, what is you doing?
Well, I'm Cornac. What was the second question?
How is you?
Good, I guess. I'm turning rats into swords. I mean, I love my job.
That was question number 3, actually. What is
Oh,
this?
cool. I got both of them then. So, I'm working on some, shape changing, little transmutation, all sorts of fun stuff in here. Is there something you want, or are you just like looking at people changing rats into swords?
Well, I've never seen it, so I didn't know it was a thing. So, yeah, I do kind of like looking at it. I'm just curious. Do you not have enough metal to make the swords, or just like lot of extra rats?
Lots of extra rats. Also, I'm practicing. My goal is to make one really, really big sword.
I guess you would need one really, really big rat.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I could get enough rats, I can maybe somehow make them into one larger rat, and then the larger rat into a huge sword.
Did you know that if a bunch of rats live together, the tails get all caught up, and then they apparently establish a monarchy because they gets a rat king?
Didn't know that. Good to know, though.
You wouldn't happen to have anything useful we could use, or like to? I don't know. People have been giving us stuff to help save the day because them silver boys were attacking.
What are you looking for? Looking for anything in particular? I got all sorts of stuff in here. Most of them were rats, though.
I mean, are they gonna turn into rats later, or are they just gonna stay?
Oh, no, probably not.
I like those odds. What do you think is the coolest thing that you would be willing to say? Here you go, Reg. Have a rat on the house.
I mean, I can give you a rat. You want a rat?
Living or dead?
Which would you prefer?
Living if it doesn't do stuff. If it does stuff, dead. Or actually both. If it's living and does stuff, that would be pretty cool.
I got it. I got just the thing. So he reaches down into a basket, and in this basket are other dead rats. It's kind of weird. So he pulls a dead rat out. He casts a little spell over it, and it comes back to life. He's like, "Ha! Check this out. I just made this rat alive." And then he casts another spell. And at this point, nothing happens. But the rat kind of... It's still alive, but it is not moving. You can see its eyes kind of darting back and forth, and it almost looks like it's become very rigid. And he goes, "Hey, take this." He gives you a very stiff rat. He goes,
Is it
"Look."
a paralyzed rat?
Yes, it's permanently paralyzed. He says, "Look, here you go. This is a dead rat. Now it's alive. It won't run from you. But if you throw it, it'll turn into an awesome dagger."
That sounds so cool. Hello, Mr. Rat. Oh,
Now, it's
what
a
am I gonna
one-use
name
rat,
him?
though. So make it count.
Aw. So, like, it dies after?
Well, it turns into a dagger.
It won't turn back?
Nah.
I would have to be very particular about you, Mr. Rat. Let's see.
Make sure you
We
write
shall call
stiff
you.
rat in your inventory. It's entirely important you do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Make it count.
Just out of curiosity, I try to. Can I tell what spell he cast the second time?
So he cast contingency. Like you recognize that spell from your studies, and
Okay.
and then he cast shape change after that. And so,
Okay.
for those of you who don't know what the spell contingency does, contingency allows you to specify certain criteria that, if happens, the spell cast after that then happens. So in this case, if the rat is thrown as an attack, it will turn into a dagger.
What is the damage rating of the rat?
Is this stiff rat actually alive?
Oh, it's totally alive. Like, its eyes are darting around. It is scared. It is being put against its will into a dark sack.
Does it
no,
need to be
no.
fed? Drink? I don't understand.
You
Like,
you
will it
have
die?
no idea.
No, Reg is absolutely cradling this rat in his hands against his face, stroking it, and trying to come up with a name.
So
Let's see.
the rat's damage rating when thrown is 10, Reg.
10 attack and damage rat. Got it.
Yes.
Plus 10.
So can I come up and sort of like,
Oh yes,
hey,
please.
Reg,
You walk up
Messina.
as Reg is being handed a stiff rat, and he puts it in his backpack, and you just are so confused.
Reg, dear.
Max, you know the thing you work so hard to do? This man just did it on a rat like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So maybe one day you can bring rats back too.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is your...
That's something to
okay.
aspire to.
So
Let's see.
Messina, what is your insight on everything that just transpired?
Yeah, I stayed largely outside of the room and tried not to pay too much attention.
That is a very
I
wise
shall call him
choice.
Mr.
So-
Tibbles.
Reg, sweetie, can put
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Tibbles away.
Okay. It's okay,
Thank you.
Tibbles. You're gonna be safe
Yeah.
with old Reg.
Yeah.
Mr. Tibbles is shocked in astonishment.
I mean, what's more disturbing, the guy that did it or the person who wants it?
Both, I would say.
Reg,
Caden, Messina,
Reg has
Reg.
never owned a pet, so he does not know that this is not normal behavior. He's just like, I have a friend.
Most pets are given to you in a paralyzed form.
Reg, we should definitely take the dragon home as a pet. It would be even cooler than the rat, but not the focus right now.
Can I go talk to it?
Not right now.
Reg is just gonna run straight over. As long as the fireballs aren't being actively thrown.
They're in
Reg.
spurts. You hesitate. You're not right up on it.
Hello? You is a dragon. I is Reg.
Reg.
Can you understand me?
Reg, don't make me cry.
Do you want to be my buddy?
Reg, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Come over here, Reg. Please.
What's wrong?
Please,
He's
Reg.
not-
The
He's not
dragon
talking.
screams in pain as another fireball is hurled at it.
Ugh.
Excuse me, mister. Can you give me and the dragon a moment?
No, I'm in the middle of doing some much-needed research. You need to scoot along, my tall friend, and put that
What's
rat
your
away.
research? He is my friend, first of all. Second of all, my name is Reg. Who are you? All that. I don't care, really, honestly, right now. Because third, what's your research? Hitting things hurts them? I learned that a long time ago.
Look, I am very, very into what I am doing right now, and you cannot disturb me.
Clearly.
I know. Please
No.
depart. You have
I am
things to do,
apparently-
good sir.
I'm apparently very disturbing.
Well, good to know. Farewell. I will move you if I have to.
How? That sounds pretty cool.
Do
Or
you-
do you not mean it in a nice way?
I do not mean it in a nice way.
You get a man's hopes up that he could he might go for a fun ride. But
As you're
whatever.
talking, he turns away from you and continues his research, which is very
I'm
painful.
gonna
for
come
the dragon.
over and kind of see if I can take Reg's arm and sort of.
I'm sorry,
him
Mr.
away.
Dragon. Maybe we can talk later.
The dragon
You know-
screams in pain again.
Aw.
Pax, I'm not a big fan of what is happening.
I know.
here.
No, we really need to rescue the dragon, but here's the thing. That guy told me that the book we need that has the information about the Lionshead Soulsiphon is in that room right there with their, head leader person.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I forgot we was doing a thing. I got distracted by meeting new friends.
I know.
Do you want me to go introduce myself?
No, let's get Caden over here and see how he wants to proceed. I don't know. Is this room barred the same as this room?
It's not barred. It's a door with a bar window, I guess. Much like a office door nowadays has a window in it. Instead of it being windows, it's just bars, so you can kind of see through
Gotcha. Okay.
it. So are you gonna kind of peer in and see what's going on?
Yeah, Caden, do you have any stunning spells or anything like that?
Stunning?
Stun?
No. No.
Can your cold gust stun people?
No, it slows them a little bit, but
Okay.
not really stuns them. I
I've
was
heard-
thinking about learning to stun things, but decided that the likelihood was just too small.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of cautiously peer in this window here.
As you peer into the window, you see someone standing there, and then a puff of smoke. She's gone.
Oh, well, that's delightful.
What are you guys gonna do?
Where did she go?
I'm guessing magic?
I'm guessing she's
Man.
still there.
These magic people is something, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Should I knock?
Yeah, Reg, why don't you knock and see if you can call her back, maybe?
Knock, knock. Hello, I'm Reg. Are you in there?
You hear a heavy breath in. Achoo! And as she sneezes, she reappears.
Bless you.
She's like, oh, drat! She turns and gazes at the door. In an inquisitive look, she responds to your question. Why are you here?
Hello, my name is Reg, and I have my friends with me. Who is you?
I'm a deceptionist, and I'm in the middle of much-needed study.
I don't want to be rude and interrupt you. I first of all, I don't know what that word means, and second of all, we is looking for a book, and I think we heard you might be holding on to it if you don't mind.
The only book I have in here is the one on deception theory. Now, if you would please leave me alone, I'm trying to master this invisibility spell.
Okay, I'm sorry. Guys, do you know what deception means?
Yeah, it's fooling you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wait, so then, if this person's job is to fool people, then how do we know they is telling me the truth when they says they don't have the thing we is looking for?
I think we assume she's not telling the truth.
Did we get the right door?
That was the only door that the guy torturing the dragon showed me.
At this point, let's see, Messena, roll a performance check or a sneak check, your call.
All right, give me a half second.
So,
The sword is trying to make you sneak.
opposite, it's trying to impale the wall. So, Reg and Pax, you kind of are dialoguing right now back and forth of maybe this is the wrong door, maybe it's the right door, maybe there's another door, maybe that guy was lying to you altogether, maybe the deceptionist is lying altogether. You're really unsure. And at this point, Masena kind of gets the idea that maybe there's a hidden door somewhere. Perfect. And as you two are kind of going back and forth...
And that's Sneak.
Perfect. Masena walks up to this wall and starts pressing on the various bricks and parts of the wall. After a couple minutes of you guys going back and forth, Masena's hand pushes a part of the wall in, and a stone slab opens up, revealing a room behind it. Sorry, got an error message. And the door is right here. It kind of slides open, and Masena walks in, and you see you assume this is head researcher Vaughn's personal quarters, but at the far end of it, you notice that there is a teleportation circle that is currently active, and looking through it, you can see it goes to a different room that has some bookcases in it, and it looks a lot more ornate than you would expect.
Perhaps we should look in here.
Good job, Masena.
What did you find?
Quick, everybody in.
Should we roll to check
Yes.
if the book isn't around here?
Should we check for booby traps?
Up to you guys.
I'll check for booby traps because it's bitten me every single time. Anytime anybody asks to check for traps, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, you don't need to be a shish kebab again.
Yeah. So far, everyone feels pretty confident that there aren't any traps in here.
Oh, wait, I forgot what I use for checking for traps.
Sneak.
Sorry, sneaky.
Caden, you sit down on the bed and it is exquisitely comfy.
Oh, then I kick my feet up for a little bit.
There you go.
Do we see any books?
Nope, there are no books in this room except through the portal.
Can I check the portal out to see if it's dangerous to go through?
Yeah. How are you going to do that?
I am going to peer through it and look around it and use sneak again. I'm guessing.
So sneak's not going to help you a whole bunch.
Okay.
You haven't
Can we
seen a
throw
lot.
the rat in it?
Well, then it turns into a dagger.
Well, I should leave Mr.
doesn't
Tibbles
bother
out of
me.
this.
So you look through the
could,
portal. You haven't seen a lot of portals up close and personal, especially one of this this more intricate, nuanced purpose. You walk up to it, and you can kind of see it's almost two-dimensional to your eye. And there's a circle around the floor. So as you walk towards the circle, you put your hand out to try and touch it or feel it, almost like it's some material object. And as you do that, you notice your hand goes through almost like a vapor. And you can see a distinct portion of your hand is now through the portal on the other side, though the rest of your body is currently on your side of the portal. You don't seem to have gotten hurt at all. You don't feel weird. It is very bizarre, though.
What do you guys think? Should I go in?
Maybe
We
the
can
person...
all go in. Let's buff up.
It might be good for the person who knows how to bring people back from the dead to not be the first person to jump in the thing that could be dangerous.
I agree with that.
I barely bring people back from the dead. But
Better than nothing.
Just because
okay.
the rat guy does it better doesn't mean you ain't doing good too.
Thanks, Reg.
Now, do we want to draw straws and see who goes in first, or what do we want to do?
I can just go. We can keep it simple.
Oh, but then the buddy system is ruined.
I approach
the
the
two
portal.
of
I
you could
cast
go
Iron Scan on myself.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
And then I heal myself.
Okay, so you're back at full.
Yep.
Cool. Messena, roll a performance check real quick. So, perfect. As Caden and you guys said Caden and Reg first.
Reg is waiting behind him to like jump through if necessary.
Okay. So as Caden walks through, he is teleported over to the private library of the head researcher. Reg, are you going to step through with him?
Caden, can you hear me?
I don't know. Can I hear him?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Come on through. It's a library.
Good.
Okay. So Reg steps on through. He's located there. Now, Pax or Messena, who's going next?
I'll go.
Okay. Before you enter the portal, out of the corner of your eye, you see a footlocker at the base of the bed. And you see that it is unlocked. And it doesn't appear to have any traps on it. Are you going to do anything with that or leave it be?
Well, I've been the least looty of the party so far, so I'm going to continue that trend.
Sounds good. Messena steps through the portal and is located now on the other side. Pax, are you entering the portal as well?
I am very looty. Do I notice this chest as well?
Roll a performance check. No, you do not.
All right, I guess I'm coming through.
Alrighty. So, as each one of you steps through the portal, you're engulfed in a very thin vapor. And it's very much like walking through a mist. And as you exit through the mist, you find yourself in this new room. Now, the only way in and out is through that portal that is still open. And you see 4 bookshelves. One on, top, bottom, side. Now, looking at them, you notice that every book on this bookshelf is very old, and some are very ornate. So you can kind of look through as you see fit. You can choose a bookcase and just go at it. And what I'm going to have you do is roll 1d30, which is a very odd number to roll, but that's what I chose. So, how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to go in order, or do you want to roll initiative and go that way?
Oh, I thought we were just...
Messena's going first, period.
Yeah, Messena's in it.
Yeah.
I can wait.
Okay, so what we'll do... all right, Caden's after Messena, and then whoever wants to go after them can go. So, Messena.
Oh, are we rolling for...
Yeah, are we rolling initiative or are we rolling the 30?
You guys just roll as you see fit, and in the order it comes up, I'll do it. So right now it's Messena, Caden, and then who's ever wants to go next. Then Pax, then Reg. Cool.
Oh no.
So. Oh
no,
Reg. All right, so let me kind of do this in order.
Reg destroys a bookcase.
Reg gets attacked by himself. So, as you're searching Messena, you see a book that looks fairly ornate, so you pull it out. On the cover in in Athelian, which is the common script of the patriarchy, you notice it says the Golden Cities. And just leafing through, you see that this book is specifically about the Golden Cities of Talwyn, of Aluin, and a couple other ones. And so it has some history of those cities, some regional lore about the cities. It's a good thing to have should something come up about the patriarchy specifically. The Golden Cities were the precursor to the Aluin patriarchy. For those of you who don't know what that is, the Aluin patriarchy is the governing body of the world. It's very much a dictatorship. So, as you pull that book out and kind of leaf through it, Caden pulls the book out and starts leafing through as well. Caden, you are going to pull out a very mundane-looking book. It's kind of odd that it's even there, considering all of the other books look so much more elegant and important. This one literally looks like it was bound in someone's old boot, and the pages are as though someone has spilled a lot of things on them. They're like rigid almost from being wet and then drying again, wet and drying again. The manuscript of the book itself is almost like chicken scratch. It's just almost illegible. And so as you're looking around, you see just scribbled on the cover in whatever paint seemed to be available at the time, it says, "Fairness amongst thieves." Now, roll a potency check for me. And just make sure you declare it beforehand.
So is this a true potency check, or is this a health check?
This is more of a knowledge check. Or for you, it's health. Any potency is
Okay.
health for you because you have blood
All right,
magic.
and I'm gonna slap
hurts you to
150
think.
into it, so it's gonna be plus 150 on this roll.
Okay. Perfect.
So 204.
Sweet. So
And
as you're
let's see.
leafing through the book, you kind of pick up on some of the potent energy that's been imbued with this book. It is it gives you a plus 10 to sneaking, pickpocketing, and lockpicking as long as you're carrying it. And so you can put that back, you can keep it, up to you. No one is around to kind of keep you in check.
It gives you a what?
Plus 10 to sneaking, pickpocketing, and lockpicking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll keep that for now. I think that Messina might find this interesting.
Okay. Pax, at this point, as Dion's leafing through what you look over to see a just dingy old book, you pull out a book that is more ornate than the other two. And this one is called Famed Organizations of Erethe. And leafing through it, it gives you a lot of information on just what it says, more of the famous organizations of Erethe. You have basically a dossier on the Aeluan Patriarchy. You have, like the Azure Queen of Raikim, all sorts of organizations that are very well known, but it delves into a lot more nitty-gritty detail about those organizations that a lot of people might not know. Reg.
For the sake of the podcast, by the way, Reg rolled a 1.
Yes, so a 1 is never good. Let's just call it how it is. 1 is usually an immediate failure of whatever you're doing. Now, in this case, it's more of a random chance. However, in this case, it's still a failure. So, as the other three of you are leafing through these books, Reg is puzzled. He's looking through each and every book, and he sees a book that's kind of shiny. And he says, "You know what?
Ooh.
I'll get that one." As he pulls it out, the pages unfurl of their own will, and you kind of hear a flapping, like kind of that noise, and it starts flying in midair. And you're astonished, Reg. You've never seen a book fly, much
I
less.
didn't know books could do this.
Definitely, and the thing that you definitely haven't seen is a book cast ice arrow at you like it's about to do. Does 228 break your armor rating?
It does.
You take 105 damage.
Oh no, that doesn't feel good at all. That is not a kind book.
Everyone else kind of stops what they're doing and go ahead and roll initiative. Let's see if you guys can kill a book.
Woohoo! I'm going first.
Don't like me.
Caden, good job, man.
First time ever.
Yeah. All right. So what we'll be doing is Caden, Prox, then Machina, and then I got a 78 for Reg. And then our lovely spell tome will definitely be going last. So, Caden, it is your go first. What are you doing?
Cold Gust, Cold Gust.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
All right. Where is it physically at in the room?
It is fluttering above Reg.
Above Reg.
Please
So I
don't
can't
hit
reach it with
Reg.
my sword. So yeah, Cold Gust, Cold Gust.
Mm-hmm. What's your spell critical rating isn't 10, right? It's just 5?
It is... yeah, I think it's just 5. There was nothing to boost the critical rating of spells. I have the one that boosts the critical rating for my sword.
Okay, cool. So both of those are hits, and you say they do 150 damage. All right, so it's in some pain, as far as you can tell for a book. Next is Reg. How do you respond to being hit with an ice arrow?
Reg is going to pull out his favorite, now improved crossbow of ice, which is lovingly called Mr. Freeze, and is going to...
Oh, let's see how you like getting hit with cold stuff.
And
That's a critical hit.
That is a crit with my rage. That's 400 damage.
Dang,
Actually,
okay.
no, wait. Crit gets 50 plus, so 450.
Dang.
And 15% chance that it's paralyzed for 2 turns.
Well, this is definitely going to be paralyzed. So the ice arrow flings through the book, tearing its pages apart, and it just falls to the ground, inanimate.
Stupid book.
So, with that, you may continue looking, should you choose.
I will cast lay hands on poor Reg. You're gonna get back 120.
I'm
So
back
you
at
are-
full, thank you.
And then I take 75.
Did you guys know that books could hurt you?
I guess sticks and stones.
That is
wrong.
ridiculous.
So, who is searching next?
Is
Reg will
that...
keep looking.
Yeah. We know that the book has to be in here. The book that we're looking for.
Indeed.
Because the guy told me after I cried.
Although, can Reg is just gonna pick the book the book he shot up and just sort of stick it in his pocket.
Okay, make sure you write holy book in the
Evil book. Holy evil book.
evil holy
Are
book.
we-
Yes.
Are we rolling 30 or 100 to search?
30.
What?
Pax, you pull out a spell tome of the spell Paralyze.
What? Ooh,
Oh, that's what you were looking for
Okay.
earlier.
I
How
love it.
convenient.
Oh, yeah. Reg, you pull out a history of the Aluan patriarchy.
I guess I will search again then.
Caden, you pull a spell tome of Ethereal Bolt. And Masena... Masena, roll again.
Poking her sword through there.
Smart. Masena is searching with her sword point. And she spots a spell tome of Summon Storm Elemental and pulls that out.
Wait a minute, storm thingy. Isn't that what they had in that castle?
I doubt this can summon something at large, though, considering where we found it, maybe it...
True. Now, the one in the castle was an ancient storm elemental, so you don't know if... You haven't done that before, obviously, so you're not entirely sure. Now, we'll do one more set of rolls, and then we'll kind of move on from there. So go ahead and roll. We'll see where we get. Pax, roll again. Reg, you're going last on this turn.
Reg taking the exact opposite, podcast people, rolling a 30 instead of a that one.
Polar.
I rolled a 27 3 times.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Pax
that's
can't break
impossible.
10.
Yeah. Pax, you find a spell tome of Elemental Blade. There you go, Masena. You pull out the Golden Cities. Wait, someone pulled that out already. Roll again. Sorry.
I did.
Yeah, so never mind. Caden, roll again as well. All right, there you go. Messena, you pull out Reichim and the Azure Queen. It is a novelization of the history of the Azure Queen. And then, Caden, you pull out a spell tome of Solar Flame.
Oh, I think I can use that one.
So, Reg, as you're searching your bookcase, you notice a scroll actually sitting on top of a very ornate-looking book. So as you pull the scroll out, you open it up, and you can't make heads or tails of it, so you kind of ask either Caden or Pax to look at it. It's a scroll of the spell Quake, which sounds just like it makes an earthquake.
Neat.
Cool.
The book, however, slides out a little bit as you pull the scroll. It was kind of wedged in there. Now, as you look at the book, on it, it says known Dalnane artifacts and their details. It
guys,
looks like that's the book.
Artifacts is the thing that the lion is, right?
Yes.
Then I think this might be the book.
Good job, Reg.
It only takes getting attacked by a book to find a good book.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna cast heal on myself twice. Quick heal.
Okay, does that bring you back to full?
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe
All right.
we should go.
So, what are you going to do with it now?
I give my first book to Messena and let her know this appears to give you +10 to pickpocket, sneak, and lockpick as long as you carry it.
Oh, that could be.
Quite useful indeed. Any other swapping happening?
Nope.
If anyone wants this elemental summoning,
I could use another buddy if no one else wants to hold it.
Okay.
go ahead.
Cool.
Now that is a spell tome. It's not a scroll.
Aw. Never mind. You know what? I can hold this stuff like I normally do anyways, and we can sort it out later.
Okay. Should we leave?
Yeah, I'm guessing if we got what we came for.
So where are you going to go?
The only way we can.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I guess we could take the time to search the room behind the books, behind the bookshelves to see if there's any.
There's literally
passages.
nothing there. It is
Oh, okay.
just the bookcases.
And into the portal I go.
So when Caden and I popped through, since we did not roll for that to see the chest, would we have a chance to roll for it since we're walking out and it's in sort of our peripheral?
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's performance.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys going to try and... All right, so you definitely see the footlocker. You can tell it's unlocked, same as before. There's no traps on it that you can ascertain.
Ooh,
what do you do
what's
with that?
this? Hey guys, there's a chest over here. Let me take a quick peek.
I stand over here.
Smart. I'm assuming everyone else does the same thing. So, Reg leans down and opens the footlocker, and inside are potion of healing, which heals for 200 points of damage, and a silver amulet of plus 25 attack bonus.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, it's a nice little amulet-y thing. In a drink.
Ah.
So, are you going to open the book here, or are you going to go back to like your in room and open it there?
We're not really supposed to be here, so I wonder if we should sneak back out of here before we start looking at this book.
That might be a
Yeah,
good
I think
idea.
that's probably a good idea to get out of here.
Okay.
Do
Where
you want that amulet, Rich?
Yeah, I can hold on to this for now.
So, where is your target place that you're going to?
I think we'd be fine just coming out into this room. People seem pretty intent on their own studies.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you were trying to, like, go to the inn room or castle or something like that. So, you walk back out in the hallway and you see the people you've engaged with thus far continuing their research. You have the Elementalist with the dragon. You have Ratman. You have the the Deceptionist still working on mastering that invisibility spell, and then you have the Reconstitutionist working on some stuff with the troll.
So is he still casting fireballs?
He's moved on to some different spells. He's doing lightning right now.
He seems to have a lot of energy.
The Elementalist or the dragon?
Yes.
Indeed.
Do you want to pull out that book and have a look?
Is we supposed to have it? Like, are they okay with this having it?
Yeah, head researcher Vaughn gave you permission to find the book. So He probably knew where it was and knew that you would traipse around his quarters looking for it. Or at least assume that you would do that. So, I mean, you guys are really well liked by this organization. Even though they may be...
We did save them.
Yeah, even though they may be mean to you, they still appreciate you.
Just like everyone else in Reg's life. Except for you guys, he's different.
We like you, Reg.
So.
And Mr. Tibbles.
What do you do?
And Mr. Yep.
Should we head over to like this table up here?
Sure. What table? Where are you?
Just a little north.
Next to the summoner.
Okay. Cool.
So if everyone wants to move their tokens over to the summoner table, it's towards the front where the main portal is. The summoner, as you're walking up, actually backs away. It's pretty obvious that he knows that you're a talkative bunch and doesn't want to be disturbed.
Okay then. Well, just so you know, my name is Reg. Hope to talk to you again later.
He just turns around, completely not acknowledging you.
Reg is just scaring people off.
When polite hurts. So you're sitting at the table. What do you do?
Yeah, Reg will pull the book back out of his bag.
Okay. You pull the book back out of your bag and you open it. And as the heavy cover of the book opens, it bends open slightly. Light pours out of its pages. As though picked up by the wind, the pages turn and unfurl to the text on the Lionshead Soulsiphon, as though it knew you were looking for it.
That's convenient.
As the ink drawing lays flat with the page, its ink begins to glow a bright yellow, almost engulfing the room, and in an instant, you blink your eyes and open your eyes at the top of a mountain peak.
Ooh.
It is cold, and the wind nips at your cheek.
Oh, crap.
You are surrounded in what appears to be a standoff between your side and another. On the opposed side, you see an early form of the Silver Shadow. Their leader holds the Soulsiphon in his hands atop an altar. He is a Norethel, an odd sight for Dalmain. On your side, you see the armies of the Soulethel standing against their imminent doom, which is held in the hands of the Norethel. He shouts, "You have made your choice. This land will be mine, and with this artifact, all will bow. When I feed on the souls of Dalmain, I will be more powerful than any who could oppose me. Silver Shadow, attack!" The various races rallied with the Silver Shadow charge in a battle. You must defend yourself. So, you can see above you The founder of the Silver Shadow stands atop the altar. There are many Silver Shadow operatives, and you have the armies of Dalmain at your side. Go ahead and roll initiative. All right. And for our friends on stream, on podcast town, wherever you may be listening, our enemies go with a 36. Our allies go with a 33. Caden goes with a 33. Allies go on a 23. Pax, you are going on 41. Messena is 31. Lots of ones here. And then Reg is going on an 89. And then the founder of the Silver Shadow gets his own turn, and he's going to be going on 48. All right. So, all that having been said, Reg, you lead the charge, my friend.
Reg is pulling Mr. Freeze and aiming for the Silver Shadow leader, as all he knows is these guys are not our friend, and this guy seems to be giving orders, so let's give it a shot.
Okay. You fling an ice arrow from your crossbow at the leader of the Silver Shadow, and it hits him and just dissipates harmlessly.
Oh, that's not good. I'll just let me shoot this guy then.
The guy closest to you?
Yeah.
That's a hit. How much damage?
200.
Excellent. Still up, but still trucking. That is your turn, correct?
If I can, I would just shout out.
I couldn't hit the first guy. It didn't seem to affect him. Be careful.
Okay. It is the founder, Ekavarth's turn. He begins to cast a spell, and he disappears, and in an instant appears right behind you in the middle of the entire guard formation.
Oh, this isn't good.
As he does that, he begins to cast another spell, and this one appears to be a little bit more complicated. Everyone within 5 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reg, Pax, and Messena. No, wait. Sorry. He was supposed to go there. Reg and Pax, you will have to make a stamina check. Or a potency check, up to you, if you know something that would help you with this following spell. But what you will be rolling against, dear friends... Oh, man, really?
Oh my God.
You're not supposed to know this, but it's a 304, so make it count.
Pax, get out of the way.
You said potency or stamina?
If you know a helpful spell, you could do potency. Like if you knew negate or...
She has the opportunity to learn negate, but I don't think she has the potency to cast it.
Yeah, so for you, it'll probably just be stamina check then.
Okay.
So all of the, unless they roll a 100, which none of them do, are going to be affected by that. Pax, you are affected by this as well. Reg, what was your roll?
284.
You are also affected by this.
Crap.
All right, so here's the fun. The spell he just cast is called Enraged Crowd, which means all of you are now going to be attacking the first people you see.
Am I still in range with his new placement or no?
No, Messena and Caden are fine. So, what we will do is basically, we'll do the way I'm going to do this, I'll have you roll a 50-50 shot to begin with, and that will decide if you attack an enemy or an ally. And then after that, I'll have you roll basically 1d20 to determine who you attack. in the group. So that is the founder's turn, and he is placed right there in the middle of everybody. The next person up is Pax. So Pax, roll 1d100. Let's see who you attack, ally or friend. Higher is foe, so there you go. You see... Look, go ahead and roll 1d20. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy right here is the person you choose to attack. Go ahead and roll with whatever attack you would like.
Okay, I'm going to use my bow. So it was...
Looking around, Pax feels the urge to fight everything and anything she sets her eyes on. A Silver Shadow operative locks eyes with her, and she knows that person is going down. She fires her first arrow, and it misses completely. Roll your additional attacks if you have them.
I have one.
Her second attack also whiffs. Angrily, she is going to step forward 4 spaces. The next person up on our list is Messena. Or no, I'm sorry. It's the enemies. So they're all going to kind of rush in and start attacking who they can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I think I did that wrong. Oops.
Did what wrong?
I didn't add in the points for my weapons. That's fine.
Would they have brought you to 220 on that first roll?
My steel bow with electric arrow is plus 26. So, no.
Okay, just shy of that.
Yeah.
Not that, that's a special number at all. Alright, so everyone's just kind of rushing in at this point to wherever they can. There's one guy that they almost step back to guard the altar, as though that is something of importance to them. Pax, you're going to have one guy on you, one additional person on you, and then the General Visarnak, which you don't know his name necessarily, but he looks familiar, almost as though he's related somehow to Queen Visarnak. So those are their movements. They are each going to attack the person closest to them with their weapons. They are just terrible. Hey, one got a hit. Cool. So this guy way over here takes 66 damage. Messena, it is your turn.
I am going to... I'm going to move back here, and I'm going to stab that guy. Actually, no, I've got a little... I'm going to go back there. I think I can.
Yeah, that's enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're
All
good.
right. Then I'm going to try and attack, and I'm going to declare... Let me check my... Was it Command Avikra or Awaken Avikra?
Just the name. So Messena rushes up behind the person and exclaims as loud as she can, "Avikra!" Or Avikra, however you want to say that. And as she does that, you can see her entire demeanor change, like she has become a warrior princess, kind of. And her form is impeccable as she swings down behind the Silver Shadow operative. And and does impale the Silver Shadow operative. The sword's rating also, Masena, applies over and above that 150 in addition to your own advancements.
Oh, like, does the magical adjustments that were already there apply as well?
Yep. Oh, so the 150 is the total magical rating from the weapon. The weapon still has its own rating, and then your advancements on top of that.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look up the stats for that. It's probably like, what, +6?
Yeah, the weapon isn't going to be much, but your advancements should bump you up 20 or 40 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's 20.
Cool. So, regardless, you hit, and you hit very well. Now, you also gain a second attack because of the wonderful item.
But that guy's...
Sorry?
Didn't you say I impaled that guy? Isn't he?
He's still alive, but your sword stuck straight through his kind of like shoulder. You feel, just looking at him, like one more hit,
All right,
just
there we
like
go.
that, would probably end him. Good job.
Yeah, that was my roll.
Very cool. All right. After Masena, it is going to be the allies of your people, and so we're gonna
skip.
You're next. You rolled a 3, right?
I rolled a 33.
Oh, I only wrote 1 3. My bad. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to move to this spot over here.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Frost Wall in this direction. I guess what? Maybe I could do it this way. No. Maybe this will let me do it. This way. There we go. In that direction.
Okay. Smart thinking.
Uh-oh, did the spell not work? Oh, I'm not all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, I made a macro, but I don't think it worked. There you go.
So you definitely hit... Oh, wait, is this a stamina check or is this an attack?
That's an attack.
Okay, so you hit each and every person there, which means you deal 202 cold damage to each. Good job.
And then I am going to cast, let's see here, that one causes me to take, hang on, let me see how much damage I take from that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that hurts quite a bit. Yeah, I take 325.
You got that, or do you want me to get that?
I'll get it.
Okay. All right, so after Caden is... Go ahead.
I'm also going to cast Iron Skin on myself, which means I take another 125.
You only cast 2 spells that turn, right?
Yeah, just the...
Okay, just making sure.
Just the one Frost
Wall.
Wall and the
Cool.
Iron Skin thing.
Sweet. All right, next up is the allies, and so I'm going to do the ones that are enraged right now first. And so they're going to see if they attack enemies. They're all actually going to attack their allies, it looks like. Oh, no, we got 1. 4. Okay, cool. All right, so the 2 closest to the Silver Shadow operatives are going to attack the Silver Shadow operatives. So they get a 1 total. Miss. Hit. And I don't need that second one. And so this guy right here takes a whopping 210 damage. That is the end of the allies who are attacking the Silver Shadow. The other ones are going to see who on their side they attack. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this person. A person. Cool. Whoever number 11 is sucks.
Please, not me.
Dang. Alright. Whew. So. This guy right here attacks this guy right here, and they kind of get into it a little bit. I'm going to kind of set them aside. They're just going back and forth, basically hit for hit. These two right here are going to start going at it. Right there. And they don't really deal damage themselves very much. These two, however, are going to gang up right on this battle mage right there. And they just go tit for tat. And they end up dealing a whopping amount of damage, killing the battle mage right then and there. It is very much, if you've ever seen ants like overcome something, it's kind of like that. Now, the rest of these guys are going to try and attack the leader of the Silver Shadow as best they can. Or these two at least. This battle mage is going to join the fray as well from a distance. And then everyone on this side is going to kind of pair up to defend the whatever it's called. General, that's the name. The honor guard that is behind Reg. Reg, I'm just going to move you for a second. Kind of runs up to... He doesn't quite know that you've been affected yet. And then this guard's going to come up kind of behind you guys, Masena and Caden, to help offer what protection he can. And so, just for some flair, just to make this go a little bit quicker, those two kind of get into a fight. The honor guard dies first, and then the honor guard next to him kills the Silver Shadow operative. These honor guards fight this Silver Shadow operative after this battle mage behind him takes some damage. And then they are able to kill him. These other Silver Shadow operatives, 2 of them are going to attack you, Reg. Does 167 break your armor rating?
No.
178?
Nope.
220?
Yeah, that one will hit.
Okay, so you take 105 damage. Let's see, and then the other 2, this guy gets... this guy right here gets killed from that honor guard. Alright. With that, Reg, it is your turn. So go ahead and roll 1d100, see if you're attacking anyone on your side or the opponent's side.
I feel so nervous.
You should. You are very close. Oh, you are attacking your side. Alright, let's go ahead and roll 1d20 and see who you fight. 14. For those of you watching, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The General! Oh. Go ahead and roll an attack against the General. All of your attacks specifically.
I would assume because I was using my bow before that's what I would attack with again.
That is absolutely correct. And it will absolutely hurt this guy.
This is going to emotionally damage Reg if he makes it out of this.
Oh, no.
If you make it out of this.
He is going to crit.
How much damage is that?
Let's see. That's, what, double damage for the crit.
It's 550 if I remember right.
Oh, that was when I was doing the sneak, which was 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So that's, let's see, that's 400 plus, okay, 450, and the 15% paralyzed chance.
He is not paralyzed.
Rolling again.
Hey, that one doesn't land.
Thank God.
But it does hit the guy behind him, just for flair. So how much damage would that be? It's not
200.
So. Cool.
Does Reg have any mental faculties, or is he just in a blind rage?
He is in a blind rage. Somewhere in the back of his mind, he knows what's happening, and he just cannot stop it for the life of him.
He is apologizing inside his mind profusely. I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean it. All right, it is the Founder's turn, and he is going to look around the battlefield, just very satisfied with what is happening right now. At this point, he is going to swing his blade at the nearest honor guard that's actually fighting him. And he's going to get a couple of attacks with this. Let's see. That's nothing. Don't mind that. That was actually me mistyping everything, and it was terrible. So
God.
he gets a critical hit on this guy.
No kidding.
Yeah, believe it or not. Which is cool, because it means that he does... let's see, he does exactly 128 times 2, and then an additional 150 on top of that, which kills this guy right here in front of him. And then he's just going to turn, smiling, just pleased at all the destruction that he's causing, and he's going to swing again. Now, this one isn't a critical, but it's still a pretty decent hit. So he does 128 damage. And he's going to swing one last time at him, which does another 128 damage. He just looks around, happy. At this point, it is now Pax's turn. So Pax, roll to see who you're attacking.
That was just 1d100.
Yep, and we will see if you're attacking your friends or your foes.
So we have to roll it each turn?
Each
Does
turn.
this last for the whole battle?
You have 4 turns left of this chaos.
Alright, well, I get to attack an enemy.
All right, good. I think you were already on an enemy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I've got these two guys right here.
I lied. You have 8 more turns of this.
Oh, God.
All right, go ahead and attack, Pax.
Question, am I allowed to use a spell and then a regular, like, hand-to-hand attack?
So
Or can I only do one?
So you can do a spell and a hand-to-hand attack. However, you will not get your entire hand-to-hand
I don't
attack
get my whole
amount.
four goes.
If I remember right, the 4 attacks say 2 hands worth of attacks.
Right.
So you do get 2, if I remember how that's written. 2 hand-to-hand attacks.
2 in each hand.
Yeah. So you can do a spell and I think 2 hand-to-hand attacks.
Slap him like he owes you money.
And then my other question is, if I use Paralyze, does that only affect one of these people?
Yes. Paralyze will only affect one. Now, Paralyze was a spell tome. You haven't actually studied it.
Oh, I haven't learned it yet. Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to go full on hand-to-hand, and can I split them and use 2 on this guy and 2 on that guy?
Yeah.
Alright, that's what I'm going to do. So
I'm so excited about your 4 attacks right now.
The guy on the right first.
What's your bonus to... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I just saw the 56 and I was like, who are you attacking?
I'm sorry. No, I think my bonus is just 65.
Let's find out. Go ahead and roll, though. Just roll 4 1d100s and we'll math it out in a moment.
Okay. Alright, so the guy on the right gets those 2. The guy on the left. Wow, that's poor.
That last one's definitely not going to hit. What's the highest unarmed prowess you have?
I have unarmed prowess 3.
So you gain an 85 bonus to your rolls. So none of those are actually going to land. You're trying your hardest to break their armor, break through their armor and find those critical spots to where you can damage them, but they're dodging you way too well.
Huh.
But at least you didn't attack a friend. That's something.
Also not helping.
I'll give you whatever. After that, the foes are going to attack, and so let's see, Reg, you're going to be attacked by the 3 in front of you. Thankfully, they're not wielding anything super special. One did give you a critical hit, though, so sorry about that. But all the rest don't hit, so you take 122 damage from the critical hit, and then an additional 50 from it being a critical hit. Next, let's see. Those guys, I don't think there are any player characters that are being attacked right now.
You said 122.
Yeah. Pax, those guys in front of you are going to attack. Does 120 break your armor rating?
Yes.
You take 66 damage.
How many?
Well, hold on. Yeah, okay. So you take 66 damage 3 times, which I'll take care of that. You are at 252 health left.
Neat.
After their go is Caden. What is the Caden going to do?
I am going to cast one heal spell on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do the quick heal, so that's going to give me plus 202.
Okay.
And then I'm going to immediately cause myself a bunch of pain as I cast Frostwall one more time.
There you go.
Taking, so here's Frostwall.
Are you doing it in the same location?
Yeah, same location, same guys.
Okay, cool. And so you freeze, whoops, literally everyone in that line, killing them. Or, I'm sorry, 2 are still alive. I thought they were dead.
I need to subtract 325.
I lied. Apparently 3 of them are still alive. My bad. All right. You healed yourself and cast a spell, so you're done. Are you moving at all?
No, that's it. I got 2 actions. Oh, I can move. I am not moving.
Okay. Masena, it is your turn.
All right.
Wait.
I
Hold
guess
on.
I'll move to the nearest. Oh,
Sorry. How long does Frostwall last, Caden?
How long does what last?
Frostwall?
Is it a last spell, or is it something I have to keep recasting?
That's what I just had the thought of. I think it's a lasting spell. Which means if you doubled it up, they'd be dead.
Oh. Let's see here. Accomplished. Single target range location. A wall of frost bursts forth and will remain for 5 turns. Oh! Dealing 50 points of damage to health and stamina to all who pass through it. The wall is 1 square long and 6 squares wide. Oh.
Nice. So they're dead and your wall still exists. But it's a
Okay.
doubled up wall now. So,
I did not realize that. That makes it worth the health damage for sure then.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kinda... It's that, right? That's your frost wall? My terribly drawn frost wall?
Yeah. Did I copy the wrong spell? Hang on a second. I thought that was the one. I thought
That's
it
all
said
good.
something in a line. Hang on.
That
Did
might be Ice Spear.
Price
I don't know.
Storm. Hang on. I'll
It's all
sort it
good.
out. You go ahead and move on, and
Yeah.
we'll make sure this works right.
Masena, there is a wall of frost in front of you that has devoured and frozen many Silver Shadow operatives. It is your turn now. What would you like to do?
in that case, I'm going to run up here
Okay.
and strike twice.
Excellent hit. Another wonderful hit. How much damage do you deal? It's 176.
150 plus 6, I think. I think it's 150.
What martial prowess do you have?
The sword comes with martial prowess 5, so that's an additional 100 attack and damage.
Yeah, that's where the 150 comes from, but he's got his own advancements too.
Right.
1.
Fencer 2 for a 15% crit, so that's a crit, right?
Oh, the second one is, yeah.
Oh yeah, the second one's a crit.
Alright, so the first attack lands, you deal 176 points of damage. The second one lands, dealing 176 times 2, plus 50. You just killed the Silver Shadow Operative in 2 swings of your blade. Evikra shouts, "Ha ha! You've been bested by Evikra!"
You could be a bit more humble.
You shan't make me more humble. I am the best that there ever was.
I'm the only one that can hear you, and I'm not listening.
Get out of my head. All right. After Masena, we have our...
Oh, wait. Before you go. So I looked it up. It's Frost Storm that I cast, not Frost Wall that I cast. I don't know. For some reason, I copied some of the stuff from Frost Wall and some of the stuff from Frost Storm. Probably because they're close in the book. But it was all Frost Wall, so those 3 guys should still be alive. But they have the damage that they took would have been a total so far this fight of 404.
Okay, cool.
So those 3 guys are probably still alive there.
Yeah.
And I didn't take nearly as much damage as I thought I did.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Caden. Next up is our allies, and so I'm just gonna kind of paint them a picture. These 2 down here in the bottom left are going to kind of kill each other at the same time. It's sad. The 2 below them still are going at it. This Dalnane Battle Mage attempts to fire his spell at Ekevarth. As it hits him, it just dissipates into nothing. The Dalnane Honor Guard up here is able to kill one of the Silver Shadow operatives, but then he is bested by the others. The 3 Silver Shadow operatives come down to protect their leader. Reg, the Honor Guard next to you is going to swing at you now. Does 219 hit you?
Just barely.
Okay. You take 105. General Visarnak is going to run kind of up next to you, Caden. And while he does that, he's going to kind of tumble and move to attack the Silver Shadow operatives next to him. And he does not hit at all. Those were terrible rolls. He's kind of feeling some pain. Caden, he backs up to you a little bit, trying to help protect you, seeing as how you're doing a lot of fancy magical work. The Battle Mage next to you, Reg, is going to cast Ice Arrow at both of the Silver Shadow operatives in front of you, and it misses you, thankfully, and impales them both, ending them. And then,
Hooray.
Yep. And then finally, the other battle mages and stuff like that are going to kind of, now that the general and you guys are kind of taken care of a little bit, they're going to run towards Ekevarth and see what they can do there. It appears that you may be close to turning the tide of this, though Ekevarth really hasn't unleashed his full potential, it looks like. He hasn't taken much damage. Silver Shadow Operative is going to stay there in front of Commander Visarnak. Reg, back to you.
Okay. Please save me, RNGesus. Nope.
Well, looks like you're attacking buddies. The
D20.
irony. Yeah, 1d20. Let's see who gets the... Oh! Well, go ahead and roll your attack against this guy right there.
I am so sorry.
That is not a hit, thankfully.
Oh, thank goodness.
With a 204. Roll again. 239 is, however. How much damage do you deal?
200.
Excellent. He gets shot in the arm and kind of falls back a bit and looks around frantically like, who shot me? The next person up on our list is the founder himself. Now, he is going to kind of look around one more time and see what he can do, like how much he can really lay waste to this battlefield. And so he is going to put himself right here. And then he begins to cast Enraged Crowd one more time. With a 357, Reg, roll a stamina check.
How much stamina do I have left?
Caden, roll a stamina check.
I'm going to use all of my stamina.
I dumped it for the first one. Do I have any... How much would I have back by now?
How much? You dumped it all in?
Yep.
You would only have 30 back. Sorry, I didn't adjust that earlier.
This ain't gonna work, but whatever.
You dumped it all in again.
Rich doesn't want to hurt people.
Caden, you dumped all yours in, right?
Yep.
Good news, bad news. Good news is the founder is very effective. The bad news is that the founder is very effective. Reg, you are reset. Caden, you are now enraged. As are all of the Dalnane honor guards around the Silver Shadow founder. So, now that this is happening, everyone is just going at it. Pax, it is your turn. You are still enraged.
Just barely.
Hey, it's something. The guy's right in front of you.
Hand-handed Jack. So I'm going to use one of my improved throwing daggers.
Excellent.
That gives me a plus 20, and then for marksmanship I get 145.
Sounds right. Excellent hit. What's your critical chance?
Critical chance is 10%.
Okay, so just barely missed it. So you deal 145 damage, I believe is the correct amount, to the Silver Shadow operative right in front of you. Do you get a second
But
attack?
I get another. Yep, I do.
Roll it.
And I'm going to use... I have like 5 of those. I'm going to use another one.
Okay.
Plus 1.
That is still a hit. Good job. All right. So now that Pax has gone, it is going to be the enemy's turn. The Silver Shadow operatives are going to attack the nearest guards, and I don't know that they can actually hit them. Yeah, those are all terrible misses. The Silver Shadow Operative next to the General is going to swing at him, which is just barely a hit. And so the General gets hit one more time, and you can see he's reeling from the pain. He is not able to handle much more, you can tell. With that, it is Caden's turn. Caden, roll 1d100 to see if you attack friend or foe.
Roll high. No.
Oh, friend. All right, roll 1d20. 3. You do not attack the General, which is good news. But you are going to attack this honor guard right down there. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. I guess I'll,
Whatever would be your normal next attack.
Okay. It'll be Cold Gust. Do I have to do both attacks? Because that's what I would normally do.
Yes, you do. You have to waste this entire battlefield. All your friends. Dang, that's a critical hit on the first wound. You deal 300 damage to this guy, freezing him instantly, and he just shatters from the pressure. The second attack is going to be against the honor guard just behind him, and that's another attack dealing 202 damage. Whoops, sorry. It's going to deal 150 damage, is the correct number there, to that guy. So he's in some pain. He's not having a great day. And then you take the spell damage, or the health damage.
I already took it. It's 25 each, so that's 50 total. I've already done it.
Cool. Now, Masena, you are the only one that is not under the effects of Enrage. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I shouldn't be here.
It is your go. Go for it.
I guess when you said I was reset, you did not mean I was free of it.
No, Reg. I meant that
you have to go
the 10
back
turns started over.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Is it my turn? Is that what you were saying?
Yep, it is your turn.
So I'm aware that everybody's affected by that?
Yes, you can see that it's almost like they're not quite foaming at the mouth, but you wouldn't be surprised if they were. It's very barbaric the way they're interacting. They're definitely not fighting like their normal selves. And on top of that, you see people who were on your side, part of the Dalnane Honor Guard, fighting other Dalnane Honor Guards. But it makes absolutely no sense, and the only thing you can really muster to explain it all is that Ekavarth has cast a spell that is affecting so many people on this battlefield.
Did you say there was something left on the altar, or no?
There is something on the altar. You can't quite see what it is, but there is something there. That is a hit. And that is another critical hit. Are you attacking the guy above you?
Yeah, the one I...
Cool. Again, the Avikra, your masterful sword, guides your blade to hit the most crucial parts between the seams in their armor, and you cut this guy up pretty badly. He falls to the ground, and it's basically like you did the Zora Z into his armor. It's very masterful. Are you going to keep going and try and just get up to the altar to see what there is?
Yeah. I mean, I'm right there.
Okay. So as you get up there, there is a scroll of mass negate.
Am I able to do that when I've run over here and attacked twice?
You can't cast it right now.
Well, I'll grab it then.
Yeah. You can definitely do that on your next turn. And the way it's going to work, it's going to be an area 10 squares in diameter, centered on wherever you'd like. For those of you listening and looking through the rulebook, I do not believe that Mass Negate is a spell listed in the rulebook, but you can create your own spells in Shattered Dawn. So check that out.
Available at stores now.
Yeah, available wherever you'd like to purchase it from, as long as it's online. Yeah, check out our Jacksonville locations that carry us. It's great. Next is the Allies' turn, and again, I'm just gonna do some quick tone painting a little bit here. The two down here, the bottommost, are now completely dead. They've been attacked by the battle mages to their side. The battle mage comes over and this guy continues the onslaught on the battle mage, killing him. These two honor guards fire at each other with their ranged weapons, and they kind of impale each other at the same time. This guy is actually going to be able to attack this Silver Shadow operative. And now, kind of, Messena, from your vantage point, you can look out across the battlefield, and you notice that there are only 4, maybe 5, there's one clinging to life, he may die shortly, Silver Shadow operatives left that are still standing. At this point, this Dalmane guard kind of is attacked by the others. He is now dead. With that, it is back to Reg.
Okay.
Roll high.
Yay!
Hey, you can attack an enemy. So,
Good job.
let's see. Roll 1d20. Anything... Okay, there you go. You can attack the founder of the Silver Shadow.
And it went so well the first time.
Indeed. Hope for a crit.
Praying.
Nope. It's the ice arrows absorb both of them by the Silver Shadow's founder.
I guess because I'm enraged, there's no chance for me to try and use a potion or anything, right?
No, you still have some of your faculties, like your sense of self-survival. So you can use a potion if you'd like.
Reg would like to use a potion.
All right, how much do you heal for?
Reg is going to use that 200 potion he just picked up because he's at
Good
like
choice.
half health.
Yeah. All right, after that...
Up to 778 now.
So after that, the founder gets a go. And he does not need to roll.
Yeah,
He kills this guy right there. He's got like 84 health left. And after that, he just kind of meanders amongst the battlefield through the chaos. 3, 4, 5. He gets about
Is he
right.
Spider-Man 3?
Not exactly. But he's going to get right there. Messena, he's got his eyes locked on you. He intends to basically get that scroll from you or to kill you, one of the two. You can see it in his eyes. After that, it is the rest of the enemy's turn, and they're just going to pretty much start killing off the rest of the people who have the most damage on them. And then they're kind of going to keep moving almost in line with the founder and let the rest of the people kind of take on themselves. Messena, you now have the founder as well as 3 of the Silver Shadow operatives walking towards you. And they don't seem alarmed at all. That's the weirdest part about it. They're not like actively trying to hurt you. The one closest to you just takes one step forward and reaches his hand out, just beckoning you to give him the scroll. But he's not going to attack you.
I'll look at him and... Why?
You see his mouth moving, as though he's talking to you, but for whatever reason, you cannot hear him. It's almost like, you know how when you hear someone underwater, it's far away and distant, but you can still slightly make out what it's saying? It's like that, but it's just more garbled than you would be able to hear underwater. The next person up is Caden. Make a choice. Friend or foe.
Okay. Let's see here.
Your call. Which one? Enemy? Good choice.
Yeah, enemy. Definitely enemy.
Yeah.
No, I want to hit a friend.
I want to kill Reg.
Oh, no.
Please don't kill your buddy.
Roll it.
So, which enemy is it? Is there, that I need to roll for? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
So-
6.
So the way I've been doing that, 50 is like a moment of clarity. Because it's right on the cusp. So you may attack whomever you would like.
I'm going after the big boy.
Go for it.
So the gray haired guy right over there.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cold gust. Like, actually, how much stamina do I have back? Actually, I guess I'm only at 20 this turn, so
Yeah.
that's not enough to use blood rage. So I'm just gonna go cold gust.
Okay.
Does either of those hit him?
So they don't. They get absorbed right into his, like, he's got magical armor surrounding him as well, similar to your iron skin. He's got a higher version of that.
I gotcha.
So it's absorbed right into his skin. Now, because you're having a moment of clarity, if there's an item you would like to use, you may attempt to use it.
I don't have an item.
Okay. Moving on. It is...
I don't need potions,
Yeah.
says Caden earlier.
Pax, I skipped over you. I'm sorry. It's your turn. All
Couldn't have
right.
lasted forever.
Nope. Roll 1d20 and we'll see what happens. Aw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, just missed Reg. Dalnane Battle Mage right there.
Where am I?
You're almost dead.
145. I don't guess.
Hmm?
Well, I can center and heal myself, but I don't know if I would have.
Again, self-preservation is something that you still maintain. So, you're seeing as how you're kind of at half health roughly, you could do that.
Yeah. Let me do that.
And that's 100, right?
Yes, I can heal myself for 100, and that's my entire turn.
Okay. Next after that is Masena. Masena, what would you like to do, friend?
I think if I sprint, I can move up to 12. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Now, you can use the scroll, attack, and move, because you're only holding one sword.
Right, but I don't think I'm going to be close enough to really use the spell to its best effect.
So your range is not centered on you, it's centered on a location of your choice.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to sprint over there. I guess I'll attack the guy next to me and I'll use the scroll.
Okay. Roll your attacks. For those of you watching the stream, just barely a miss. There it is. You do 176 damage to this guy, which thankfully Pax has hit already, and you kill him. Masena is darting about the battlefield as though she is a master of war tactics. As she cuts through this person and kind of does the leap over their back as they're coming down from being impaled by her sword, she lands and reads the scroll as quickly as she can.
I'm terrified.
Hands shaking. Now, where are you going to center this on? Keep in mind that it's a 10 square diameter.
That should hit everybody, I think.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll hit everybody, including the founder, which is a good thing. So, Masena reads the scroll, and a bright flash of light erupts from just behind Reg. Everyone kind of shakes their head for a moment as their faculties are regained, and they look about and realize what's been done, and then see the founder right in front of them, and realize that it's very realistic that this might be the only chance that they have to end the Founder's reign. So, that being the case, after Masena, it is the Allies. And so the Allies are going to attack to the best of their ability. The General goes first, and he lands an attack on the Founder, dealing 205 damage to him. The Honor Guard right here runs up next to him. He's going to attack as well, though it's highly unlikely that he hits. Yep. The Battle Mage is going to cast a spell at the Founder. He hits. He deals 200 damage as well. The Honor Guard runs up as close as he can to that Silver Shadow operative to end his career. And
he took an ice arrow to the knee.
Yeah. He is able to successfully down that Silver Shadow operative. This Silver Shadow, the rest of the down lane Honor Guard come over and heal the General for a total of 400 health. And with that, it goes back to Reg.
With Reg coming to and seeing the Founder in front of him and realizing everything that's just happened, he's just gonna utter, "How dare you!" and fire.
That is a hit. How much damage?
200.
And that one is a miss, I believe. Yes, that one is a miss.
Yeah, he's just gonna fire in a non-magical rage.
The first one hit though, so it's good. After Reg is the Founder. And so he has the Lionshead Soulsiphon in his hand, and he pulls it out, and it starts to glow, that same glow that you experienced many, many weeks ago. The glow starts to get brighter and brighter, and it almost seems to form a beam that shoots out from the Lionshead Soulsiphon and envelops the Silver Shadow operative immediately right next to him. As this is happening, you can see the Silver Shadow operative that's engulfed with it begin withering away. And as this happens, his body falls lifeless to the ground. He has 0 life force, as you can tell. And as this is happening, the beam of light that surrounded this guy returns to the Founder, and he looks almost healthier than he was before. All of his wounds begin to close. The frost that is on his shoulder from the ice arrow hit that Reg made just melts away, and he seems to be completely in better health now. He turns around and glares at you, Reg. At this point, he is going to cast Paralyze. I'm sorry, he's going to cast Shadow Step. And he teleports right behind the altar once again. He then casts the second spell, and you can kind of see the magical force field come back around him. Caden, you recognize that as he's cast an ebony skin spell on himself. That's the Founder's turn. Up next is Pax.
Okay, so he's obviously healed himself.
Mm-hmm. The Silver Shadow operative that was right next to him is now dead.
Right.
You can tell that he used the soul siphon out of it. Yep.
Yeah. Try and... trying to see if there's anything I have that I can throw at his face.
You have throwing daggers, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I still have three throwing daggers. I mean, I have arrows and stuff
Yeah, you have
too.
the electric arrows.
Yeah. I'm going to. My range should still be good enough that I can get him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Pax lifts her dagger and throws it with all of her might.
Oh no, I was using the electric arrows.
Oh, I'm sorry. She lifts her bow
'Cause they
and
have a
fires with
higher-
all of her might.
They have a higher. And actually, I forgot about my bathrobe of attacking, so that is actually plus 20.
Granny Pax over there. You kids, get out of my mountain!
115. So that's 100.
Put that head back or else.
30, I think.
Roll it up.
125.
The arrow misses, whiffs completely.
And then I get another one. I hope I'm doing this right.
That is a critical hit. Excellent
Neato.
shot. So you deal 125 times 2, which is 250 damage.
I think she gets the plus 50 also for call.
I get plus 50 for critical hit, yeah.
Noise. He is not happy about that. You did a significant amount of damage there. All right, so after Pax is the enemy's turn. And this Silver Shadow Operative, who is very clearly on the wrong part of the battlefield, just runs up and gets close to his buddies. They,
Help me, Daddy.
yeah, they pull out their crossbows and shoot at the closest honor guards next to him. This guy right here goes down, and the second guy, kind of nearby, goes down. The next peeps up is Caden.
And I'm still friend or foe roll, right?
No, everyone is back to normal. He is not cast Enraged Crowd yet.
Okay. So
There's the
clear
operative
this
word.
off of me.
Finish.
And I guess my best bet here. I will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I go 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Here. I'm going to try to cast in this direction here.
Okay.
And here comes the Frost Storm.
Nice. Good hit. So you hit the first guy on the line, definitely. And the Ekavarth, it's just absorbed. It's kind of like the ice storm just goes right past him, and you can see his figure protected by the ebony skin spell, just not affected.
Oh, okay. And then I cast another one.
Okay. Close, but no cigar. Again, the first guy does take some damage. You can tell, like, he's nearing the end of his ability now. Ekavarth stands unaffected.
Okay.
Masena, you're up.
All right. Whoops. My camera moved itself. All right. I guess I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't even have to sprint to get there, so I'll attack that guy.
Nice. Go ahead and roll. Dang. You were rolling so good.
I have to make up for every other time.
So this guy now is also near the end of his life as well. So, let's see. After Masena is the allies. So, one of the remaining honor guards lifts his crossbow up and shoots. The arrow flies and hits the leader of the Silver Shadow. The Lionshead Soulsiphon drops to the ground and is picked up by a remaining Silver Shadow operative. Ekevarth says, "Operative, do it!" At once the lackey activates the Soulsiphon. His body, the Ekevarth's body, falls limp to the ground. As he does so, the operative freezes his body in a thick tomb of ice. The lackey shouts, "You will be returned, Founder!" Immediately, the lackey opens a portal and leaps through. Before any of the Soulethel warriors or yourselves can follow him through, the portal closes. And at once, you find yourselves back in the Legacy facility, surrounded by the table and the portal that you left just a little while ago. You seem to realize that you got a snapshot of what happened many, many years ago and how the Soulsiphon came to be not in the possession of Ekevarth. You now know how the Soulsiphon can be used, and more importantly, what the Silver Shadow intend to do with it. That is where we will end our stream tonight. Thank you for watching. We hope that you don't have any Soulsiphons of your own that you're dealing with. And also, don't attack your buddies. Just a PSA. If you get mad, just calm down. It's not that big a deal. So
Have a snack.
yeah, just have a snack. Just a reminder, if you are interested in an arc, it is called The Granite Great Axe. PDFs are available at drivethrurpg.com and will be on our store as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next Tuesday on Shattered Dungeons.